with the introduction and detail of the activated sludge process, that is the biological treatment, suspended growth biological treatment. Now today I will discuss some different biological treatment, that is also the secondary process, but that is also aerobic biological process, but it is the attached growth process that I must discuss to you. That is the difference between the suspended growth uh, with this trickling filter that I will describe. That is the trickling filter is the biological reactor, rather I would say, and it is an example of the attached growth process of the secondary biological treatment of wastewater. Now, what is trickling filter? So, trickling filter basically, if I show you the photograph first, then you will have an understanding on that. It is a filter, circular filter, with you see the rotary distributor at the top portion, and why the name is trickling, because the water is sprayed from top. There are the arms which are called the rotary distributors, and through the arms the wastewater is sprayed on the top surface to the film, to the attachment surface where the bacteria is attached with that surface and the biofilm produces, and there the water will be sprayed on the biofilm process. So this is the basic terminology of the system, and the bacteria will degrade the organic matter, that is the carbonaceous organic matter, in presence of oxygen. So it is an aerobic reactor, and since the here the bacteria exist in the attachment surface, that attachment surface are of different materials that I will discuss in details. The attachment surface will have are of different materials of construction which are being provided. The main goal of the attachment surface is that the per cubic meter volume, the surface area should be much more, because the more the surface area, the more attachment surface will be there for attachment of the bacteria on that attachment surface, so that, and if more bacteria or microorganisms can have a surface area for attaching that surface, then the treatment of the wastewater will also be more, because the bacteria will sustain more on the attachment surface. So it will be the carbonaceous organic matter will be treated by the bacteria. So the efficiency of the trickling filter, where the attachment surface is provided. So this is the classic example of the attached growth process of the biological reactor. And the bottom there you can see the under drainage system is there, and from under drainage system the clear effluent is being collected, and the feed pipe where the influent of the wastewater is coming to the feed pipe, and it is spread through the rotary distributor, and it is trickling. Why the name is trickling? Because it is trickle. It trickles the water. It trickles the water in the form of spray on the surface media. So the trickling filter is a classic example of the fixed stream attached growth aerobic process used in removal of the organic matter from the wastewater. That is the fundamental thing I must tell you. And the surface of the bed covered with the biofilm as the wastewater trickles over. So that's why the name is trickling. Trickles over means it is sprays over. It is spreading over. It is spraying over the media surface. The organic matter from the wastewater comes in contact with the aerobic bacteria, and oxidation of the organic matter occurs. Now, what are the materials may be used for that attachment surface, that you must know? The attachment surface material are of, in past it was the rock used as a material of size from 25 to 100. But in modern scenario, we can talk for the plastic media, because it is proved with the surface area per unit. It is proved with a higher surface area per unit volume, which I am just now discussing. Because if per unit volume the higher surface area we are getting in the plastic media, so it is much more found efficient media, efficient attachment surface for growing the bacteria. Because more the surface area per unit volume, more will bacteria attachment takes place, so the treatment will be much more efficiently. So the medium is randomly packed in the reactor, and the wastewater is applied on the top through the rotary arm, which trickles down over the filter media surface, and this reactor is known as the trickling filter, since the rotary arm trickles over the media surface the wastewater. So it forms like a spray of water. So as the wastewater trickles down, having the wet biofilm, the biofilm exposed in the water. So when the wastewater goes out from the treatment surface, then that exposed surface of the biofilm will in contact with the air. So it will have an contact with the air. So it helps to grow the bacteria also, because the air attachment, air in contact with the biofilm takes place when the water leaves out. Now the end product carbon dioxide diffuses out out of the biofilm into the flowing liquid, and the treated wastewater, as I have shown you in the diagram, it is collected from the bottom of the bed through an under drainage system and is settled in the settling tank. Why settling tank? To some biomass may be present with this wastewater, that may be settled, that that will have to be allowed to settle in the SST. So secondary sedimentation tank, effluent tank, which is called the secondary sedimentation tank, so which is attached with this trickling filter. Now this biological film, it is also technically called the slime, SLIME, slime. What is slime? Now when the bacteria forms a layer with the attachment surface, it forms a layer with the attachment surface, it is called the biofilm. So biofilm, thickness of the biofilm is actually meaning the thickness of the growth of the bacteria with the attachment surface, and it is technically denoted as the slime, SLIME. Slime forms on the surface of the filter media after application of wastewater. Now the organic matter is absorbed into the slime layer and is degraded by the aerobic microorganism present in the slime. When the thickness, more and more deposit of the microorganism in the attachment surface, means more and more film thickness is going to increase. So when the thickness of the slime layer increases, then at a stage will come when the media surface, that is the surface of the media, which is very near to the surface of the media, that will become anaerobic, because that is not will exposed to the oxygen. So in absence of oxygen, when the thickness get increased, so the biofilm, which is in contact with the attachment surface, will not get the oxygen. And what will happen? Due to non-availability of oxygen or limitation of the oxygen, there it will lose the ability to cling to the surface, and it will get detached and washed out along with the flow liquid. This phenomenon is called the sloughing, and which is very common phenomenon in this attachment surface growth, that is the trickling filter. The sloughing occurs, and this sloughing, soon after the sloughing, the new slime layer again it is formed, and this is a continuing process. Sloughing, again the formation of the biofilm continues, and hence the secondary sedimentation tank is provided to settle the washout slime, that is the washout biomass in the secondary sedimentation tank SST, and the overflow rate at peak flow should not exceed 50 meter cube per meter square per day. Now let us see the diameter of the trickling filter, which depends on the mechanical equipment. Rotor, we are using the rotary for that trickling the water onto the surface. That mechanical equipments, on these mechanical equipments, the diameter of the trickling filter depends. Diameter more than 12 meter for a single filter unit is very common. A rotary arm rotates as a result of the jet action, and so as such there is no external power is required for rotation of the arm, because it is rotating with the jet action. With the jet action of the wastewater exit the distributor to get the spread horizontally. However, for trickling filter of small diameter, sometimes the external power may be required for rotating the arms. Now, a number of commercial packing media are available, as I have described you, that plastic media, very popular. Then the made of some media made of rock, polygrit, and asbestos sheet also very popularly used as a media. And the maximum specific surface area 100 meter square per meter cube is recommended for carbonaceous or wastewater treatment and up to 30 meters square per meter cube for nitrification because of slow growth rate of nitrifiers. Overall performance of the trickling filter depends upon the hydraulic and organic loading rate. Organic loading rate means the BOD rate. Hydraulic loading means the wastewater flow rate. So, and pH, operating temperature, availability of air, these are all depending on these factors. The trickling filter performance will depend. Fine. Now let us see the. Excuse me. I'll give you some example of some problems how we can design the tank. Before that, I must show you the two figures, that is the slow rate trickling filter and the rapid rate high rate trickling filter. Low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter. See the two diagrams, schematic diagrams. In the high rate trickling filter, the sludge return in the sludge return into the trickling filter has been shown, whereas in the slow rate trickling filter, that sludge return is not being shown. That is the difference. Apart from that, the super rate trickling filter is also there. It is also called the roughing filter or biotire. We'll see the problem. The mechanism more or less the same, but the rate of filtrations are different. Now the additional terminology I must highlight to you that the sludge retention is the Nielsen residence time. Theta C we have described in earlier lecture. That is the 21st lecture in while discussing the biological reactor. That is the active sludge process. We have described the Nielsen residence time vis-a-vis the solid retention time. So in this attachment growth process, that is the trickling filter which we are discussing, the mean cell residence time of 100 days or more can be achieved. So the mean cell residence time can be much more achieved in this attached growth process compared to the suspended growth process, and estimation of actual biomass present in the reactor is difficult, so the theta C cannot be determined accurately, but excess sludge generation in this process is expected to be lower due to longer detention period time of the biomass, and the sludge retention is 60 to 70% lower than that of ASP treating same wastewater. So whatever the sludge generated in ASP, it has been found 60 to 70% lower in case of the trickling filter. Okay. Now air also be supplied because it is an aerobic treatment process. High rate trickling filter throughout the natural drip process, and in trickling filter, when wastewater temperature is less than the ambient temperature, then there will be a downward flow of air, and when it is reversed, that is the when wastewater temperature is more than the ambient temperature, then there is a upward flow of air will be observed. Now this to allow air recirculation, the under drainage system should be designed to flow not more than half full. Now this is the design values of the trickling filter. You see the three trickling filters parallelly I am showing you the design parameter, that is the low rate trickling filter, high rate trickling filter, and the super rate trickling roughening filter or biotire it might be said. Now parameter you can see the hydraulic loading rate, that is meter cube per meter square per day. In case of low rate, it is 1 to 4. In case of high rate, definitely the flow will be more, hydraulic loading will be more, and super rate, super flow, so 40 to 200. Volumetric loading rate, this is the BOD loading rate, that is BOD per meter cube. In low rate, it is 0.11 to 0.37. In high rate, 0.37 to 1.85. And the super trickling filter, super rate roughing filter, it is 1 to 6. Depth, low rate, less depth. High rate, I mean to say low rate, more depth 1.5 to 3, and high rate trickling filter 1 to 4. Maximum is more than this. And recirculation ratio, no recirculation ratio we are considering in low rate trickling filter because the return sludge is not the sludge is not returned in case of low rate trickling filter, but in case of high rate trickling filter, that recirculation ratio is 1 to 4, and the same is continuing in super rate roughing filter. Fine. Now these are the things. Sloughing low rate trickling filter, it is intermittent. high rate trickling picker continuous slime is being done, is being observed, and super rate also it is continuous slime is being observed. Effluent quality, low rate fully nitrified only at low loading in case of high rate, nitrified only at low loading in case of super rate. Now, the kinetics portion I must describe you for discussing the problem. This is the classic Rankine's formula. You must know S2 plus S1 into S4 equal to 3 into 1 plus R1. That means the BOD influent to the filter, including recirculation, shall not exceed 3 times the BOD required for settled effluent. Hence, the expression can be written as that expression will use in the sum, that is the problem numericals when you solve the problem in the recirculation of sludge, that is S2 plus S1 into S4 equal to 3 into 1 plus R1 into S4. What does it mean? S2 means BOD of settled influent, S4 means the BOD of the trickling filter effluent after SST, and the S1 R1 is recirculation ratio, E is the efficiency. So we'll discuss the problem, then it will be much more clear. But the main kinetics equation, we must tell you, this is the basic equation. What is the equation? ST by S0 equal to 1 by 1 plus C whole to the power D to the power 0.67 by QL whole to the power 0.5. That will be used in solving the problem that we'll see, where S1 equal to BOD5 of effluent. That is when the effluent is from the SST. Now is S0 or S0 is BOD5 of effluent when it is entering into the trickling filter. That BOD is S0. C is a constant, that value will be given. D is the filter depth. QL, what is the QL? That is the unit loading rate. That is a million gallon per quantity in volume per meter square area of the filter per day. So this is the unit loading rate. Now so this is the equation. Let's solve one problem, then the confusion will automatically be removed. One, the design of, I am showing you one design of low rate trickling filter. Let me show the problem first. On the low rate trickling filter, that is the secondary treatment of sewage generated from 10,000 persons, okay, with the rate of water supply 170 liter per capita per day. BOD5 primary treatment is BOD5 after primary treatment is 110. So after primary treatment means it is the influent BOD of the secondary treatment. That means the trickling filter inflow BOD is 110. The BOD5 after primary treatment, what are the BOD5 of the effluent of the primary treatment is same as the BOD5 of the influent of the secondary treatment. So we can consider this is the influent BOD of the trickling filter, and BOD5 of the final effluent, that is the effluent of the trickling filter, is the 20 milligram per liter. Fine. Constant C value is given as 5.358. So first, what is the switch flow? Now, water supply is 10,000 person into 170 liter per capita per day. This is the total water supply, and we have learned that the average assumption is 0.8. That is the 80% of the water distributed considered to be the wastewater. So what is the wastewater flow? It is just water total flow 170 into 10,000 into 0.8 into 10 to the power minus 3, because we are converting in meter cube per day. So it is coming 1360 meter cube per day. This is the average sewage flow. That means Q. Now the formula is ST by S0. So ST is the 20 is the effluent of the effluent BOD, and the influent BOD is 110, that is the S0, equal to 1 by 1 plus C is given as 5.358. Fine. D is the depth of the filter, that is the what is given, D is given as the depth of the filter, that is 1.5. 1.5 where it is given. So design load sewage treatment plant person have to flow after preliminary treatment, the BOD5 provide depth. Let us assume. So in the design, it has been assumed that the depth of the filter is 1.5 meter. Provide depth is 1.5 meter. So fine. So then the QL, the unknown will be found out. That is the 1.560. 1.560. I mean to say 2.441 meter cube per meter square per day. This is the total flow. Now, I mean to say this is the loading rate, that is the flow per unit area loading rate. Now, what is the total flow? Total flow we have found out 1360 meter cube per day. So, if you divide the total flow, that is the 1360 divided by flow divided by area, that means the loading rate, we will get the area of the filter. So, simply 1360 divided by 2.441 will give you the filter area, that is the area of the trickling filter, which is 557.35. So as we know the pi d square by 4 is 557.35. So automatically the D, that is the diameter of the filter, will be coming out as 26.64 meter. So that design we have done, we have found out the diameter of the tank, that is the 26.64 meter. Let me explain. Let me show you another example of the high rate trickling filter, because so far we have described the low rate trickling filter. Now we will discuss the high rate trickling filter, one different problem. Now here the recirculation will be coming, so that I will show you how to solve this problem. The sludge recirculation will be occurred because it is a high rate trickling filter. The same data we can take, but only the except effluent BOD, it is 50 milligram per liter instead of 20 milligram per liter. It is given in the question, and other data will be same as the previous ones. Now recirculation ratio here considered will be 2, and the filter depth will be considering as 1.8 meter, because it is a problem of the high rate trickling filter. You see the recirculation is being done in the schematic diagram. Fine. Now one conception I am going to inbuilt over here in this particular problem, that Q into 110. Why 110? Because the initial BOD was 110 plus 2Q. Why 2Q? Because 2 is the circulation ratio, 2Q is 40. That sludge when recirculating 2 times Q, that is the recirculation is 2 with the BOD is 40. So ultimately the total flow is 1 plus 2 into Q into S0. So what is the combined, what is the S0 in the expression of ST by S0, which we have shown in the kinetics equation? That S0 will be found out 63.3 milligram per liter. Now ST we know 40 milligram per liter, it is given by question. C value is given, D is given. So what will be value of QL? That is the loading rate. It is 1.86 meter cube per meter square per day. Now the earlier value, the wastewater flow is 1360, but here the new thing I am going to add, since the recirculation flow, recirculation is 2, is the recirculation ratio, that is the 2 plus 1, 1 plus R, that means thrice the 1360. That means total flow will be 4080. So here the total flow will be flow 4080, because we are recirculating the flow twice. That is the recirculation ratio. So that is the difference between the earlier problem, that is the low rate trickling filter, and the high rate trickling filter. Here the flow rate, that is 4080, thrice the earlier one, and the loading rate is also higher, 186. Why it is higher? Because of that effluent BOD more. So loading rate is more, so 186. So that's why the denominator is more, so area is less compared to the earlier one. Earlier in the low rate trickling filter diameter we have found 26.64, but here we have found 5.285, as because the area of the trickling filter is less in the case of the high rate trickling filter. So this is two examples I have shown you, one in case of the low rate trickling filter and another in case of the high rate trickling filter. So let me show you another problem of the trickling filter, that is example, next example I am showing you. Now design a single stage bio tower that is the super red tickling filter, because you know that there are three different types of tickling filter. One is the slow rate, low rate, another is the high rate, and third one is the super rate. So two problems I have shown you, the low rate and the high rate, and now I am showing you the problem of the high rate. There is the biofilter, high rate, super rate tickling filter. Not high rate, super rate tickling filter. That problem immediately I am going to tell. Now here the average wastewater flow is shown as 500 per meter cube per day. Fine. Influent BOD is shown as 160 milligram per liter. BOD removal in primary treatment 30%. Now effluent BOD required is 20 milligram per liter. Now you have to design a biotire. Why biotire? Because you are designing the super red trickling filter. Very interesting problem. Now filter depth is 5 meter as it is because of the super red trickling filter biotire. So the depth is more than the other two ones. So here we have considered the filter depth 5 meter. Recycling ratio like previous one, that is the high rate tickling, here is also it is 2. Now pilot plant studies using synthetic packing have shown a removal rate of K equal to 2.26 at 20 degrees centigrade and N equal to 0.5. The winter wastewater treatment is 15 degrees centigrade, provide minimum 2 filters in parallel. Now, first of all, we know the relationship between the degradation biodegradation constant, that is the K15 in terms of temperature dependent, K15 equal to K20 into 1.035 whole to the power T minus 30. That is the basic equation conversion of the K value corresponding to that particular temperature. Now at 20 degree centigrade, 20 degree temperature, K value is given as 2.26. So what will be the K value at 15 degree centigrade? Because the winter wastewater temperature, it is given 50 degree centigrade. So it will be 1.903, because temperature is less means K value will be less. So at K15, at 15 degree temperature, the K value first you have to find out, because this K will be required to calculate the loading rate from this kinetic equation valid for the super red tickling filter. Super red tickling filter, the applicable equation is ST divided by S naught equal to E whole to the power minus KD by QL whole to the power 0.5. That equation, that kinetics equation is used for the super red tickling filter. Now the BOD of in incoming wastewater to biotire. Now after the primary tank, secondary tank is there. Now after the primary tank, there the 30% BOD is removed. So balance 70% BOD is coming into the biotire. So that means 1 minus 0.3. So that is 70% of the 160 that is coming into the biotire. So what is the incoming wastewater to biotire BOD5? The incoming BOD5 in the biotire is 112 milligram per liter. Fine. Now recycle flow is 2, it has been shown, and the effluent BOD also it is shown 20 milligram per liter. So if we just write the equation 112 into Q, that is the inflow BOD, plus twice Q into 20, that is the effluent BOD, equal to 3Q into S naught. So S naught will be found out from 50.67. Then that is the standard kinetic equation 20 by ST by S naught means 20 by 50.67 equal to e to the power minus K at 15 degrees centigrade. We have found it 1.903 K into D. D is the depth, that is 5 by QL whole to the power 0.5. So only unknown is QL. So you have to find out the QL. What is so QL can be obtained as 104.8 meter cube per meter square per day. Fine. Now wastewater flow is 500 meter cube per day. Since there is a recirculation ratio of 2, so 2 plus 1, 3 times flow is occurring into the tank. So what is the total hydraulic load on the filter? It is 3 into 500, 1500. Now, if you divide the total flow, that is 1500 divided by the loading rate, that is QL, which has been found out from the equation 104.8. So 1500 divided by 104.8 will give you the area required for the filter. So phi d square by 4 is known. So diameter required for each biotire when two are provided in parallel equal to 3.02 square meter, 3.02 meter. Because the two filter you have to provide in the parallel, so just divided into two towers. So it will be divided parallel two towers. So you can find out the diameter of the filter. So, what we have learned, let us have a glance. The basic thing is that what we have described today, that is the secondary sedimentation tank, the biological reactor, where the bacteria, mostly the bacteria treats the wastewater, and these bacteria, the microorganisms, biological means bacteria. So that's why it is called the biological reactor, since bacteria treats the water, and bacteria treats water means bacteria removes the carbonaceous organic matter from the wastewater. These bacteria may be present in the suspended condition. That was discussed in earlier topic in my 21st lecture. That was the aerobic at the suspended growth process, that is the acute start process. And now we are discussing the bacteria in the attached growth condition. That means the attached growth biological reactor we are describing, where the attachment surface is being provided, where the bacteria forms the film of the attachment surface, and that attachment surface in modern scenario it is of plastic media. Earlier it was various rocks media. So the consideration is that the selection of the material of the attachment surface should be such a fashion that per meter cube the surface area should be more, and there is a chance of more leaking of the biofilm biomass with the surface. And we have observed that in the attachment surface, when the biomass sticks with the more the with the progress of the treatment process, as the thickness of the biofilm is more, then inside surface which is in contact with the attachment surface, due to unavailability of oxygen, it is detached with the surface. It is the phenomenon is called the sloughing. The sloughing layer is detached from the attachment surface, and that phenomenon is called sloughing. And sloughing is a regular phenomenon in this attachment surface. And simultaneously, we can see that the new biofilm also grows into the attachment surface, because it is a natural process. Wastewater is coming. This detachment of the biofilm, that is the sloughing occurs, and again the attached biomass occurs, growth of the attached biomass occurs. So this is a continuous process, and we have seen there are three types of trickling filter. One is a low rate trickling filter, another is a high rate trickling filter, another is a super high rate trickling filter. So low rate trickling filters, the recirculation is not being done, but in high rate trickling filters and the super rate trickling filters, the recirculation has to be considered, because if we consider, because the SST, that means the secondary sedimentation tank, we are sending the recirculation, we are sending the wastewater with the sludge again to the aerated tank, that is the trickling filter. Because if we recirculate the sludge, then this recirculating sludge will again contribute the biomass in the attachment growth process, and it will augment the process of the treatment or in biological reactor. So this is the process. So that we have seen that recirculating, with the recirculating ratio, how to calculate the total flow rate, what is the loading rate, that is the meter cube per square meter, how to find out the area, just to divide the total flow divided by the loading rate, hydraulic loading rate, that is the volume per meter square, you will get the area of the filter. And the kinetic equations for the low rate, high rate, and the super high rate, we have also already seen. The low rate, in case of low rate, we have used the let me as a glance against the formula, because it is a very important. In the low rate, we have seen the formula is that ST by S0 equal to 1 by 1 plus C into d to the power 0.67 by QL whole to the power 0.5. In high rate problem, we have seen the same formula, but the Q is changed due to the recirculation factor. But the formula is same. No, formula is different. That is the ST by SC equal to 1 by 1 plus 5.3, 1 by 1 plus C into d to the power 0.67 by QL whole to the power 0.5. Now the same formula we are using in the low rate and the high rate, but in the I mean to say in the last problem we have described the biota, which is called the super rate Tickling filter. Super rate Tickling filter. There we have used the Kyrie equation Sd by S0 equal to e to the power minus kd divided by QL whole to the power 0.5. We have also shown you how to make the conversion of the constant K value with change of temperature, and with that expression we have found out the KL and take care the calculation of the ST and S0, because the inflow of the inflow BOD given the effluent BOD is there. That calculation has to be carefully done. So students, this Tickling filter I have described today, this is specifically mentioned in your syllabus that activated sludge process and the Tickling filter, or the suspended growth and the attached growth process, these classic two methods in biological reactor we have discussed in my 21st and 22nd lecture in the wastewater treatment. But apart from that, there are so many biological treatment, aerobic biological treatment we will discuss in the next lecture, that is the 23rd lecture in the next class. But in the meantime, whatever the lecture has been delivered on the Tickling filter, I will post this in Google Classroom. Kindly go through my class notes, and we will be discussing one-to-one interaction classes in the live class, that is the Zoom or Google Meet or GoToMeeting, whatever will be convenient. So you just go through my lecture. Just now I will be uploading in the Google Classroom, and we will be meeting in very soon in the live classroom for one-to-one interaction. So thank you everybody. I will close it a day. Have a nice day to all.